Hi everyone. So this video is about installing some Van X curtains in the back of our Mercedes Vito van. Now we've had our van for 2 years now, and over that time we've done a number of different things. So we've took everything out, we've put insulation in, we've put the four-way stretch carpet all around the inside of it, which was really good. We've put a storage box in the back, so we put all the camping stuff in there so it doesn't rattle around the back. And what we had done previously was use some of the insulation to use as like a window blind block, like a shade that we put into each window every time we parked up. So that had its place and that's done us proud for 2 years. But it's come to the time now where we've wanted to put in some curtains. So lots of searching around, lots of going on eBay and all the other sites that are out there. And we finally settled on Van X. And the reason we've settled on Van X is because we've bought stuff from them before and it's been excellent quality. But we couldn't actually find any videos of how to install these curtains. Maybe because people think it's really straightforward. Well, actually, it's a little bit more intricate. So we actually took a view that we would do this video to show folks out there how we've installed ours, and hopefully the next 20 minutes, however long it takes to put it together, should actually show how straightforward or not it's going to be. So thanks everyone, hope this is informative and I hope someone out there gets value. So this is a template that we made just to try and get it a little bit easier to line up. So you can see there it's not a million miles away from where it needs to be. So what we'll do now, we'll do the same again over here at that end, and we'll bend that round here to make sure that we get it to fit in the window. One of a number of trips out to the van when we come to fit these curtains, and it doesn't help with the extra bit of length that's happening here, but what we're trying to achieve is to get that to go to about there, and then what I'll do, I'll cut off that tail that's too long, and what I need to do now is do the same thing down at this end, so it comes in and it just goes round that bend and no more. So here we are, we're back at our template, we've checked it inside, it's there or thereabouts for where we want it to be, and then what I'll do now, I'll mark here is where I want this radius to start its bend, and hopefully they'll line up. Stranger things have happened. So we then go back to the little jig that we get from Van X. And you can see there what I'm trying to achieve is to get just here the mark I've made on that circle, and then what I'll look to do is bend it ever so slightly as it comes round, because what we don't really want to do is crimp inside, because that just brings more work. So this is somewhere like, and what I'll do, I'll put it up again, and you can see from that I'm not a million miles away, am I? So a little bit more and we'll fetch it around, only this time we'll start bending about here. So put a mark on there, so that's her lined up again. This is the other end, put a mark on, and actually want to start our bend about here this time. Then I'll rub that one off because it'll confuse me. Back to the jig. As I say, new mark, because otherwise it will confuse me. And just start bringing it round a bit at a time. back we go, onto the jig, onto the template, and see how far we are away from it this time. And actually that is not a kick in the pants away. So what I'd like to do now is just put a mark on where the edge is. So that's our cut line. Yep. And then we'll do exactly the same thing down this end. Where's the cut line? There's the cut line. Little X on that side. And then hopefully that'll be it. Hopefully she'll fit. So what we've done now, we've cut it to the size of the template. Been outside, measured up, and somehow or other it only fits, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do now is drill holes. There's a little ridge here. I'm going to drill holes, one in the centre, one 250mm away that way, one just about here, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing on this side, and then we'll screw up into the van to hold it secure. So that's a 3mm drill bit that we've got marked out the centre in that little ridge. In she goes, and we just do that on every one. Till it goes through. And the last one. And that's us. And then we'll offer this up. And what we're trying to do is keep it in place. Whoop. My glamorous assistant. I'll just screw straight in like that. And that one goes. Now we'll do the one at the end as well. Just like that. And we'll get ourselves down. There's two more to do. So get it around like that. And what you can see is there's one just there and there's one just there. And what we're trying to do is just keep it nice and flush. So what we're doing now, we're just marking up for the bottom rail. And then that's where we're going to make our bend. Start the bend. And then hopefully, how far around does it need to come? How far is that? About 90 degrees. And then that'll be that. And then that's the top rail fitted. And then the next time you see it, hopefully there'll be a curtain dangling from it. So one of the things we've got in this particular van is where the door latch, door locky thingy magic, whatever it's called, comes up. So what we'll do, we'll make a mark out of the side of it, and then I'll try and drill a hole so it fits nice and neat, because what I don't want is a big dirty ugly gash. And then also here I'll put a little mark, if you notice, because what I want to try and do is crank that end up ever so slightly so the end cap sits flush on here, and that's the objective. And then if you move that away there, Sharon, all the way down, and she'll finish like that, and then there'll be an end cap. What's his name to go on just here. and it'll make it look like we knew what we were doing somehow. So what we're going to do is drill a pilot hole like that, and then what we'll look to do is grab a 10mm drill bit, and the idea is obviously the pilot hole guides the 10mm bit. And then hopefully so that's right through. So what I did there was just to get that little nick, a little notch there, just nice. The aluminium was really thin. All I did, a pair of wire snips, just nipped it out nice and clean, nice and simple. So you can see what we've done now. We've lined up the reel, and we're trying to keep it flush with this bit here of the door, because you can see there it's a bit, the door's got a bit of a bow on it. So what I like to do is put this one in, then put his friend in, and work my way down, but always mindful of making sure this little fella here has got the clearance to go up and down, because otherwise it gets really upset. So in we pop, tiddly bop. That one. There's that one. There's that one. That's nice and tight. We'll come round and we'll do the last one. And that's her. And golly gee whiz, down it goes. Up she pops. So that's the top reel done. So what we've done now, we've put the end caps on. We're just going to run these in, and then that will stop the curtains obviously running off the track, and just put a nice finished detail onto the actual reel itself. And there she is. So that's the first one done. Now what we'll look to do is the next one over here. There, that's that one. Now, problem comes with the ones at the top, because if you try and bend that angle anymore, what happens is it crimps really badly. So what we've actually done on the other side is just used some epoxy glue to stick these on, and actually it looks okay. I'm sure there's other ways and people have got different ideas, but this is what we've done on the other side. So we'll put those on next, and then next thing you'll see is we'll put the straps on. We'll get it all dressed up nicely for finishing off details, and that's it. So what we'll like to do now, the kit comes with little poppers, and they're really good because they then capture the end against the door frame, and obviously stops light leaking in the side. So we'll whiz these in, dead simple. in we pop. One. And then one at the top. There's two. And then these guys come along, whizzy whizzy, insy popsy. Just like that. Looks quite smart. So it comes with a strap this on these curtains, and what we'll look to do is put it in, because on the other side we put it about here. And there she is. Ta-da!
So we've got some new curtains in our van, and we open them. You put it across like that. And you open the back one. You put that one across.
Oh, okay.
And then you can do the front ones here as well.
So Emily goes.
I go this way. And it's like a little room for when you're travelling. We also have lots of curtains in the back that are like the same as the ones on the side. We pull them across. And for when we're sleeping in here, we can close them and we don't have to use things to cover them.
So that's the installation of the curtains from Van X. It's taken us probably an hour and a quarter to do one, the front side one. It's probably taken the same for the back as well. The quality is really impressive, to be fair, and the little jig you get for bending the angle, the running track is actually very, very useful. It's a good little touch. We paid about £150, which when I first thought was a lot of money. I still think it's expensive. However, I do see the quality in it as well. So these curtains will last a long time for us. So hope someone out there finds this useful. We couldn't find this video on YouTube when we were looking. That was a Mercedes Vito van, 2011, that we've got. And good luck to everyone who tries this and installs these moving forwards. Thanks now. Bye now.